Fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Fancy
Podcast. Fancy lad.
Fancy
Podcast. Gonna talk to my friends. Gonna share a thought.
lad.
Gonna have a laugh. That's what I
Fancy
thought.
lad.
Fancy lad. The
Fancy
Fancy
lad.
Podcast. Fancy lad. Fancy lad
Fancy
podcast. Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, yes, indeed. We are, in fact, back.
Are in fact back
Mm-hmm.
on the Fancy Lad podcast.
Fancy Lad Podcast. And not only that, in the Fancy Lad Podcast studio,
As per usual.
per usual.
In fact, back on the Fancy Lad podcast.
In fact, back on Pop.
And, you know, it's been too long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that.
How long has it been?
First and foremost. It feels like it's been almost a month.
That's probably right. Maybe more.
Yeah.
Who's counting?
Trust me, that one guy who messages me.
Oh, he messages you.
Yeah, he doesn't message you?
He doesn't message the
The Faneuil Hall.
He doesn't message the
newsletter?
Faneuil Hall newsletter, and then they forward to the Fancy Lad Podcast Instagram.
That's weird.
That is strange.
But, you know, for all those, you know, sweaty and deranged fans out there,
Mhm.
I mean, if they haven't, they're going to be glad to hear that when we don't do an episode, we've branched out to our new skate video night.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I don't know if that's what we're going to call it.
Yeah, who knows?
Skate video vault, skate video night.
But regardless of what the title ends up being, we've been streaming some classic videos.
Streaming classic videos, and we're the first to ever do it, and
Mhm.
that's what I'm trying to tell the fans here is that Fancy Lad's always on the cutting edge.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what? We're kind of like forefathers, except good people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We predict every trend in skateboarding,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have everybody rip us off, and then we don't get any credit.
And some of us have wooden teeth.
That's true. I think you'll be,
Surprised to find out which ones
yeah.
are the ones with wooden teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But, all right, it's me. I cannot tell a lie.
That's true.
And I chopped down a cherry tree.
Right. Well, we appreciate the honesty.
And I invented peanut butter.
Oh, my goodness. That's a lot.
I know.
So, streaming skate videos.
Stream skate videos.
When we're not doing the podcast. And listen, it's not like we're not doing the podcast because we don't want to do the podcast.
Right.
Sometimes there's just not time.
There's no time. And, you know, the whole reason why we started this damn company and the whole
Mhm.
reason why we started this damn podcast,
Mhm.
as you know, not only for the hard-hitting skateboarding journalism,
Right,
but also for the culture.
Oh, dude. FTC.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
For the culture.
For the culture.
So, and also somebody was probably going to do it, and we had to be the first ones to do it.
A skateboard podcast.
Skateboard podcast.
Yeah. And we were the first ones. And I think the only ones still.
No, I mean the streaming.
Well, definitely the first for that.
Yeah. Because we got the tools.
Mhm.
We got the know-how.
Mhm.
And a YouTube channel.
Yep. And we've almost figured out how to put all three of them together to get the thing to work.
So all I'm trying to say is, if you haven't tuned in, tune in. We haven't thought of a regular time to do it, but it'll probably be usually on Tuesdays. So check the stories on the Fancy Lad Instagram, and
Mhm.
then we'll probably end up doing it.
I mean, we're doing one tonight. You guys won't be able to see it because you won't hear this until after it's happened, but maybe you will have seen it.
And then the copyright infringements will have taken it down.
But that's part of the fun. You get a few hours to catch it before they take it away.
Anyway, you know, we're getting way too into this plug.
Oh, for ourselves.
Yeah.
But hey, we're back on the podcast.
Yeah. And we could talk about plugs all night. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, I mean, you've seen I have a whole room filled with plugs.
Yeah, I've seen the plug room. All right?
Mhm.
And there's a lot of different kinds of plugs.
Yep. Different shapes, different sizes.
Yeah.
All plugs.
And what do plugs do?
I think you know.
Exactly. They fill the void.
Right.
A lot of people like to fill the void with, I don't know, small talk.
Oh, shit. That is a good thing to... You know, some people like to avoid the noid, and some people like to fill the void with small talk.
Ah!
Oh, God, that is spooky.
Some say it's a really worthless endeavor to go through each skate video just to give our 2 cents.
Mhm.
And some people might say it's kind of like small talk.
You know what? I mean, we're mostly making small talk when we do it.
Yeah. And you know, I don't even think that we have to cut to a break. I think that we maybe should just introduce our very special guest.
Dude, we got plenty of time to take a break.
That's right. And you know I'm going to be wanting to take a piss.
Dude. Oh, absolutely. There's going to be a lot of pissing happening.
I'm definitely going to be taking a fat piss.
Probably
this
within
episode.
25 minutes, yeah.
So without further ado, let's introduce our very special guest.
Ooh.
Dave Lewis,
Mhm.
owner, CEO, founder, operator, brand manager of the Instagram famous Small Talk page.
Wow. Thank you, guys. I have to know, you're saying it how it's spelled, which I appreciate.
Small Talk.
It's nice. It's nice to hear finally, somebody pronounces it correctly.
Well, it's nice to hear someone give a shit about the English language.
Amen.
You know? We see something spelt, that's how we gonna say it.
Oh yeah, we're phonetic over here.
Now let me ask you a question. What the hell credentials do you have to claim this seat on the throne as the king, the almighty king of opinionated skateboarding? Where do you get off?
And feel free to, you can pull that mic right up to your face. I didn't really set it up for a human. I just put it there.
Oh yeah.
Is this good?
Even adjust the right there to this part right here to kind of raise it up.
Yeah. Bring it. You're gonna want it right up to your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
How's this?
That's perfect.
Does that look good?
That looks actually really good.
Is it?
It sounds.
Is that working for you?
It sounds a lot better. Look at the lines. They look a lot better.
All right, cool. It feels better.
I never set up the mic for an actual person. I just set it up there, and then I'd forget to tell people to, like, hey, set that up to your mouth.
I just don't want to, talk too close.
Oh,
I don't want a bad listener experience, which is already a bad listener experience every time I talk.
Well, I mean, if they're tuning in, they know what they're getting into, first off. But that's why I have my mustache this long. It gives it. I touch the ends to the mic, and that's how I know that's the distance I want to be.
That's nice.
Right
maybe
there.
maybe I need to grow. Do I need to grow one out? Should we pause? Let me grow out a mustache and then come back.
Well,
Yeah, actually, let's do that real quick. All right, we'll do that and then we'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Oh, man. And that was actually pretty quick for someone to grow a mustache.
I know. It's impressive.
I mean,
It is very impressive.
we had to wait at least 8 hours, but all things considered, that is pretty quick.
But we got to watch the whole Fast and the Furious franchise on 1.5 speed. We had to speed it up so we could fit it all in. But we got through it. And I don't think we really missed out on anything speeding it up that much.
No, not it. Vin Diesel never sounded better.
Mm-mm.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm gonna drive this car. Oh shit!
I love my family.
It's not about family.
Family. So let's take it back a step. Okay. First of all, thanks for being on the podcast, Dave.
Oh, thank you.
Also, I know it might be weird because we don't really know each other.
We do.
Oh, that makes it even weirder.
We know each other intimately. You don't remember?
Oh, God. I tried to forget.
Come on, man.
But
no, we don't know each other that well.
no. Yeah, exactly. All jokes aside.
Acquaintances, but also close friends.
Right.
From my perspective, acquaintance for you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, that's not even good. That's going to be cut out, so don't worry about it.
I want it in. Leave it in.
But so for those who don't know, you are the leader of the Clif Bar Boys, the crew leader, the Clif Bar man.
The Clif Bar man himself.
Mm-hmm. Chris and Rob are not going to like that.
No. No, they're not.
You know what's funny is when I saw them at the park,
Okay.
this is months ago, Oh wait, should we finish introducing them?
At Tom's Park?
No, I was gonna say
Pre Tom's Park.
I was gonna say the Clif Bar Boys might not like that, but Tom might not also like his park being called Tom's Park all the time.
Oh, I already told Rob I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I said, listen, Rob, you can't talk shit on Tom like that.
Yeah, he's Rob loves it. I do have to say, and if Rob and Chris end up listening to this, I'm sure they're really gonna enjoy the fact that that you did admit earlier before we started that you did help design the park and build it.
No, I fully designed and fully built it.
Okay, so it wasn't okay.
Right? Yeah, no.
My apologies.
But anyways, I called them the Clif Bar Boys. I thought, oh, these guys are gonna love this, and they were like, dude, what the fuck, Clif Bar Boys?
It's funny because when you came to Quincy, you also referred to us as the Clif Bar Boys, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Well, I assumed you were going to be there as well, and then you weren't, so I just went with it, and they were just like not having it. I was like, I thought you guys would like this. It's because you guys are always hanging out and posting clips together.
Well, as the leader of the Clif Bar Boys, I would assume that you'd like it.
I did. I loved it.
Yeah.
And please continue.
I will continue. You see, I don't really know where you came from. I don't know how you got here. I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know what your social security number is, but I'd like to.
Let's start there.
Oh, we're going to find out.
Let's start there.
Yeah. Now, you're from Connecticut, right?
I am. I'm from Central Connecticut.
And you're boys with Cooper Winterson. Do I have this right?
I am friends with Cooper,
Wow.
who I did listen to on this podcast.
Oh, the Fancy Life
The
Podcast.
Faneuil Hall. Oh, sorry.
The Faneuil Hall Gazette Podcast.
That's this.
That's
That's
this.
this one.
Yeah.
That's this one.
Got it. Thought I was in the wrong place for a second.
Mm-hmm. If you got any air of complaints about the Crocs store at Faneuil Hall, this is the place.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool Peter went there the other day.
The Crocs store.
Yeah.
They make a quality product.
They do make a quality product, but let's not stray away from Connecticut.
But obviously, you're on the podcast because you have a love for skateboarding. It shows through with the small talk wheels. I mean, wait. There is a wheel company called Small Wheels.
Yeah.
It's true.
It fucks me up. But the small talk, what do you call it? Just a page, right?
It's just, well, I'll give you a little bit of the backstory if
Please
that's what you're
do.
looking for.
I'm trying to get some backstory.
Yeah, we started it. It was me and Evan Apettisano, and it was actually, it was Rob Ridge's idea, and he was working at Orchard at the time.
I always thought it was Rob Ridge.
I always thought it was Evan Apettisano.
Yeah, so it was all three of us, and Rob was working at Orchard, like I said, and I was just going there. I had moved to the city probably a couple years before, but I was skating the mini ramp all the time. And so I got to know Rob through that, and he was like, yo, I was kind of like before that doing like this like Tumblr page that I was kind of like running on my own, and we had talked about that. He's like, I'm thinking about doing this skate blog, and I'm going to try and get Evan involved. Like, would you want to be down with that? And so, yeah, we started that, and it was a website. The website is still there. I just kind of like pay for it to stay there. But, yeah, we did it together for probably, I don't know, like 3 years. We started in 2014, so until like 2017, and then Evan moved to New York, and Rob just kind of like, I don't know, none of us really wanted to write articles anymore, and Rob wasn't on Instagram, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just like do the Instagram thing, and so that's all it's really been for the past, I don't know, 4 years or so. But
And that's how you make your living, right?
that's how I make. I bring in about $500,000 a year.
That's it?
Through the page. Yeah. Well, I'm not big like you guys yet, so I'm actually hoping that this will, help increase my revenue.
Let's tell the people, it's a little early for a plug, but let's just tell them the handle right now. It's at SML.
L.
Is there an underscore in here?
There's an underscore,
There's
right?
an underscore somewhere. You got to find it. It has to be some kind of puzzle or game for people at this point.
Well, they're going to have to figure out how to spell talk because I'm not doing it, okay? I've tried, I failed, and I'm not going through that again.
Well, Tom, let's hear you say it one more time, and hopefully they should just phonetically.
I think it's Smiltalk.
That's it.
Exactly.
So,
Although actually, technically, it's Smiltalk.
and now you know where the underscore is.
It kind of sounds like a language from Star Trek. You know,
Hmm.
Smiltalk. Best back. What?
Was ever your goal with it to actually be a cash cow?
They didn't see. I don't think they saw the bunny ears.
They don't have to.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to get, what is the motivation here? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've literally never made any money from it. Just to be
No.
clear here, but
I couldn't imagine that you would, because I mean, how would you?
Yeah,
you know?
it's actually impossible.
Yeah.
And not really of interest, but there was really no purpose for it. I mean, after, I don't know, I just like posting old clips and photos and stuff. That's all I've ever really liked.
Well, this
For
For the culture.
we should give people a year of when you started this, because this is small talk existed. This is kind of, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like this is pre-Instagram, right? Or is it right around then?
So we started it in 2014,
Mhm.
so like early-ish Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we did the website too, which was like maybe a little bit before that, like 2013, something around there. So I don't know,
But potentially before Instagram had video.
yeah,
Yeah.
def-
So when it was
definitely
only
that.
just like photos from your, like only photos from
Personal
your like
lives.
camera roll. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually was like I remember like in the beginning we used to just do this like funny little bit like where's Rojo,
Mhm.
and we just post like a funny photo of Rob like somewhere, just like somewhere obscure. But that's like if you were to go and like dig for the beginning, I'm sure that you would find like some funny stuff that was just not really reposts of old clips from videos, which is all it really is now at this point.
Yeah. Well, I was just asking because I always to myself, I'm wondering how people even find the motivation to start a brand, to start a company in skateboarding, which actually has no money, but then to put all of your effort into just the skate nerdery of preserving skate history.
Well, I think that's really what it is.
Yeah.
And for me, I just think it's fun. Like it's fun to see, like, you know, if I were to post something, or like we do the brackets and like little tournaments of most underrated skaters, one we did, or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just it's funny and interesting, like to see, you know, people get psyched off of it, or you know,
People get upset about the outcome.
that's
Yeah.
or yeah, I love when people get really mad about things. It's all equally funny to me because, you know, it's fucking skateboarding, dude. Come on.
Right. But it's meaningless to other people, but it means so much to me.
Totally.
Just you know, a single person's part, you know, which is so disposable and no kid will probably even remember it. But then, you know, let's say Dan Drehobel's part and Free Your Mind, since I'm looking over there, it'll
Cool.
forever be near and dear to my heart.
Possibly 10, like top 10 song used for a part, I think, ever. Like song part matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 ta. You know it.
Zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Odyssey,
saw them,
Odyssey and Oracle. You know
I
it.
saw them on their like 50th anniversary tour.
How are they doing?
Dude, it was fantastic.
Was it really?
It was amazing. Yeah, like two of them had been doing like zombies the whole time.
Mhm.
And so like just looked like aged like rock stars. And then the rest of them were the original zombies, and they'd like one of them was like a bank manager for like 60 years and like just looked like an old English like grandfather, and he was just like rocking like just the bassist. He was just like fucking ripping.
That's so sick.
It was very, very cool.
Wow.
In that song, I always thought that part where he goes, "Is he rich like me?"
Mhm.
I always thought he said, "He rich, is he rich like me?" But he says, "Beware, beware, is he rich like me?"
Really?
Yeah, blew my mind when I found that out.
Wow.
But
What do you think that means?
beware, I don't
Beware,
know.
he rich.
Let's
It's
dive
not,
into that.
and it's not even. It's beware, and then he asks a question.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that's necessarily like, is the beware related to the next question that's coming up, or
I
is it
think
just like beware? Also, is he rich like me?
Yeah,
Separately.
I think it is separately, but I think the beware must have been in reference to the line before that, which I do not remember.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
But the small talk page, you got, knowing you, I've noticed that you post a good amount of transition skaters. Dan Jahol being one of them.
I do.
And I hear your favorite skater is Ben Schroeder. Is that true?
He's a top skater. I do have a funny Ben Schroeder story if that's what you're looking for.
That's what I'm looking for.
But before that, it's what's your name? Who's your daddy? Beware.
Oh,
Is he
okay.
rich like me?
So another question,
Right.
Yeah.
another couple questions.
Yeah. What's your name and who's your daddy?
and then,
and
just
then
beware. Is he rich like me?
I guess
What's
this is
your
just
name?
a
Who's your daddy?
a sort of public service
rich
announcement
like me?
against daddies. Okay,
Does
just
he take
beware.
beware.
all your time? Does
All
he
your
take up all
time.
your time? Yeah. There's more questions.
Are you looking for? Oh, yeah, I thought you were looking for like
Backups?
a chorus echo.
I mean,
sorta.
we could do that. Yeah. You want to try? What's your name?
What's your name?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Oh, you have to do the. Okay, cool. All right, so all right, 1, 2. What's your name?
What's your name?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Beware.
Is he rich like me? Does he take up?
Does
he take up? All right, we're good.
That was nice.
That was pretty
That
good.
was nice.
Yeah, I love the musical moments on the podcast.
Maybe there'll be more.
Let's hear the story before we.
Take a break and grab more Clown Trees beer.
Sure, but let's hear the story before we get sidetracked. Is what I was going to say. But we can take a break. I just want to hear the Schroeder story.
Yeah. So I'll try and do it in as much detail as possible and just really prolong it. But no, so this was around, I don't know, 2011, 2012. My sister was living in LA at the time.
And how did you even become a fan of Ben Schroeder? Because honestly, I saw like a part of his from the Thrasher Classics, and besides that, I know nothing about Ben Schroeder.
I think I saw a, I forget exactly what it was, but I definitely saw some footage of him skating the Combi Bowl, like in one of those contests, like I forget, like the Pro Tech Combi Bowl contest. I think it's at Vans Park where they did it. Obviously the Combi Bowl, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought he was sick, and just at that time was just YouTube had come around and was whatever. But I mean, all of his mini ramp footage is super sick too. And there's also that contest footage from that mini ramp contest with like Mark Appleyard and Brent Ashley. Like, you know that clip? And Ben Schroeder is in that. He doesn't win, but it's fucking insane. He's just like ripping around this obviously super slippery mini ramp, just falling every single clip and eating absolute shit. And the guy's got to be like 45 at that point.
Yeah.
Just like fucking dying every single, like trying shit. And that is exactly how he skates in real life all the time. Like, I cannot imagine how this guy even exists anymore. Like, and how he's not just dead. Because every single time it's either make the gnarliest thing or eat shit like in a way that you've never seen somebody fall before.
So he's Ben Gilly or Gabbers type.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Same blood.
Okay.
Same.
So I'm starting to pick up on the appeal.
Yep. You got to love it. You got to appreciate it.
That's my favorite skating. The only skating I enjoy watching is the ones who aren't qualified enough to be going for what they're going for and still make it.
Totally. And then you get guys like Gabbers, and this is kind of going on a tangent, but who do have like a genuine skill and like they're talented enough, but maybe not like way more talented than any of us. And they're just like sending it. And
Ballsy. Just like, yeah.
But then there's like the style element. I feel like those guys end up like making it look cool as shit when they do right away.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
I mean, this is kind of like I think the most recent clip that Smoltuk posted was one of the most recent ones was I think it was a Tampa. Was it a Tampa contest?
It was
What
that Europe, the Globe Europe '98. That one.
So Europe '98,
All that contest footage, right?
yeah, all that contest footage.
Yeah.
Olympics take no.
Yeah.
And I mean that's like the same. That's the same vibe. Just people just fucking just like going for it.
Totally.
Just like
For a contest.
gnarly shit.
That whole montage was legendary.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, it's a contest and a demo, and like, you know,
Yeah.
just like the fucking energy there is way different than like the energy that would be at the Olympics, even though there was no audience at the Olympics or at like SLS or something, you know?
I think that's exactly it. I think that the difference is that those contests probably felt a lot like genuinely like how the dime contests do now, because you have like the top good pros that everybody wants to actually see enter and just fucking try something for no reason.
And the only people that are there for the most part are skaters.
Exactly.
Right. And like, yeah, that's not how it is at like, I mean, SLS even, like, you got to assume like 70% of that crowd is not skaters, just people that can afford or know someone that can like be in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or just like, you know, like monster dads or whatever.
totally. But yeah, I think that those contests were, I don't know, just I think that the cash prize for them was probably just like a bonus. Like I think that they just went there to win if they could, or just skate in it. And I'm sure that there were so many of those guys that like just didn't really care about winning, but still like skated really hard. You have to assume. But now I think that obviously like SLS is just such like a polar opposite, because you have these guys who are particularly training for it and practicing routines. And it's all, it's all well and good. Like whatever, like if they want to do that, I think it's fine.
And I mean, it's amazing. It is
Totally.
like obviously like incredible that they can do this, but it is, not the same.
It's not the same at all. And I think that, there was like an element of fun and like spontaneity to it that I think is sort of lost, where like you'd have these top pros that maybe just try something super crazy for no reason, or I don't know. You just wouldn't necessarily see that in SLS or at the Olympics, of course. Just people kind of like,
Fuck it.
I don't know. Just, yeah, exactly.
So do you think it would be, do you think the Olympics, skateboarding the Olympics could ever work? Or do you think if they did like all right, so if Olympics, not this has ever happened, but maybe if, who's running for skateboarding president of the Olympics? What's that dude's name?
I forget his name now.
All right, we'll insert
We'll have
it
to go
here
back.
later.
But
Why don't you just say his name is?
Justin Eldridge.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
And
good for him.
but you think if it was just like a separate thing, it was like, all right, skateboarding is gonna be like a Tampa Pro type situation, anyone can enter. So it's just like you can have like every country entering whoever could enter Floppy Tim, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like judged by skaters, and it's just like, oh, this is it. These are the winners. Do you think that would? I mean, obviously that would never happen.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would be the only kind of feasible way that it could realistically like exist in the Olympics and be a
I mean, I don't think
genuine representation.
I don't think the Olympics are any different than Street League. It's just the only difference is that it's a bunch of different countries instead of.
Well, I don't think it's any different than Street League, but I'm not saying Street League even. I'm saying like a contest where like anyone could enter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if Floppy Tim entered Tampa Pro, he'd still lose.
No, for sure.
I think the
But,
just
you know,
general
but by
attitude
God,
of
he'd try,
skateboarding.
and I would
Oh,
love
yeah.
to see it.
Oh yeah,
I'd pay for it. I'd pay for anything
he
Floppy
might
does.
he might win Tampa Am though.
Oh my God, I would. Is he entering?
I'd like to think so, but
You got to enter him.
Well,
We
we
gotta
want
enter him.
I would love to enter him. He said he wants to. I asked
my
him if
fucking
he
God,
would
dude.
enter, and he was like, "Yeah."
I don't
So-
think Fancy Lad is that respected by the general skate community.
Yeah, but who the fuck cares about Tampa
First of
Am?
all, I mean, Dave, maybe you're an industry insider. Maybe you could answer this question for me. How come no one in Boston rides Fancy Lad boards?
That's not true.
The biggest company in Boston, nobody rides them.
That's not true.
That's what it feels like.
Wow.
What board are you riding right now?
What am I riding? Oh, this is fucking embarrassing, dude.
Is it a fancy lad?
No.
That would be embarrassing.
Well, it's kind of embarrassing. I bought a Habitat just on a whim.
Oh, that's not embarrassing. I mean, it's a Habitat.
It's kind of embarrassing.
I see people riding Workshop all the time. So
Yeah,
that's
but
the
I don't
same
know.
thing.
I've had 2 Habitats, and they were the worst boards.
Dude, it's
in my life.
so
I
bad.
hated them.
It's so bad. But my first board was a Habitat, and the graphic that they just put out, I think, what the fuck is his name? Kevin Lowry or something? I don't know. And I'm going to sound like a complete fucking idiot because I don't even know the guy's name of the board I'm riding, which I'll just say it right here. Don't care. But the graphic reminded me in the colorway of the first board I had, and I was like, that's nice. Sentimental.
Nostalgia.
And exactly.
You're a
So I
sucker
bought
for
it, and it sucks, so I'm probably going to focus it.
And I noticed that they have the natural wood veneer on the bottom, and it made me think to myself that it was cheaper than a fancy lad board. And I was like, well, still can't get him to buy it, but
I think Chris Botch is riding a Fancy Lad right now.
no, he's riding a Workshop. Oh, no, he's riding Skate Mental.
Oh, no, but I know, I just skated with him the other day. He was riding a Tomasello board because somebody DM'd me and was like, is Chris Botch on Fancy Lad?
He must have 2 different setups.
And that's a question that I'm going to put on you right now. Why is Chris Botch not on Fancy Lad?
I've told Matt the same thing I tell everyone. If Botch was to actually get the fuck out of the Lincoln Park skate park and actually film street tricks and film a part, then yeah, I think he would have to graciously accept the offer.
All right, fair enough.
Graciously. So since we're never going to hear the Ben Schroeder story, should we take a quick break? Because I'm just going to.
Let's take a quick break real quick. Hear a word from one of our sponsors. Who knows which one it's going to be?
That's true. And unless you got more.
No, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My wife and I loved our son so much, we had to name him after our favorite Clown Shoes brand beer, Lil Crispy.
Daddy, who are you talking to?
Oh, no one, son. Go back to sleep.
Okay, if you say so.
Lil Crispy is a welcoming, crisp ale that is as approachable as they come.
Now, are you sure you don't talk to anyone, Dad? Because I can hear you talking.
No, son, no, you're dreaming.
I mean, I know it's just a baby, but I can hear you talking.
No, I'm serious. Get back to bed right now, Lil Crispy.
Okay, yeah, you're the boss.
With subtle malt sweetness and smooth
No, I definitely
overall
hear you
flavor.
talking.
Now, son, what did I say? Get back into your bed.
It's just I
no,
know it.
right now.
Oh, what's that?
No,
What
wait,
do you
no,
have
that's
to-
mine. No.
Give me some of that.
Don't drink that. You can't drink that. No, that's for me. That's Daddy's fuel.
Oh, it's so crispy, I want
God.
more.
I'm gonna have to go and get more Lil Crispy Crisp Ale
Give me some.
from Clown Shoes Beer.
Dad, give me some.
Find out where to buy your Lil Crispy
Dad,
Crisp
give me
Ale at
some. Daddy,
clownshoesbeer.com.
Daddy, give me some.
Lil Crispy Crisp Ale is not for babies.
Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, we are back, and that was a good break.
Oh, God, one of those breaks you dream about.
You know what? And
And you know what else is something I dream about?
what?
Oh, God, cracking into this Clown Shoes beer right here.
So you don't want to hear about my break dreams?
You know what? Just really quickly, can you tell me about them?
They've been consistent.
That's good to hear.
I also got clown shoes. Ugh.
And, you know, I went with the haze cake right here. I know it's a 9%er, but, you know, I thought it was worth it for this very special edition episode.
And I went with one of my, actually found this recently under my bed. This is a little crispy crisp ale.
Oh, that's great, because they don't make that anymore.
They don't make it anymore. It's under my bed. I found it.
Yep.
So I figured, you know what? Why not bring it up one more time?
And, Dave, what are you drinking over there?
I'm drinking a Liquid Death that you gave me.
That's right. Another sponsor of the podcast.
Oh, that's
And
fantastic.
I cracked it before we came back, and
We couldn't hear the crack, but
it's my fault.
I could add one right here, so let's just pretend. Oh, man, that sounds good.
Doesn't it? Doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, man.
Uh,
Almost sounds like a clown shoes, honestly.
Can I say something about the break as a listener of the podcast?
please do.
You know, I always thought it was a fake break, but that was actually a really nice break. It was a nice break.
It was
You know
good,
what?
right?
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, sometimes you need a second.
You really do.
And now that we recharged the batteries, you got to trim your mustache that you grew out.
I did.
Because that started growing, I feel like, exponentially.
It doesn't stop.
It really, it was getting crazy.
It does not stop. I'm telling you. It's quick.
I think that we're ready to go. And I think that, you know what? Call me crazy. I think we're ready to hear this Ben Schroeder story.
All right. We can, so
Paint us a picture.
I'll just jump right in. Is that
Yeah.
all right?
Mhm.
I'll start right now.
Oh, that's fantastic because it's been too long.
Are you ready?
But real quick.
Okay. But one more break. No, so I was living with my sister in LA. She was in Pasadena at the time. This was like 2011, and I was like, I don't know, whatever that would be, 23, 24, something like that. Just trying to figure my life out. Thought maybe I'd move to LA and skate out there, you know?
Become a big actor
Yep.
of Hollywood.
That's
Make it on
exactly-
the silver screen. I get it.
Thanks for reminding me, but
Yeah. Broken dreams. It happens
Wait,
to
did you
everybody in
move out
LA.
there to be an actor?
I did, no.
I did? No. Usually people say I did not, but I respect you.
No. But I did move out there thinking that I would get a job in a restaurant like many actors do. So in that sense, what's the difference?
Right.
Did you think you were going to be a pro skater?
No, I never thought I was going to
Okay.
be a pro.
I was just curious because I am a pro skater.
I know you are. and
See,
But what am I?
but the tone just basically that you gave me said that I'm never going to get a pro board for Fancy Lad. And that was just soul crushing.
Oh, no.
I didn't say that.
Hey, if you take those maneuvers to the street, buddy.
If you take
take
those
those maneuvers
360
to-
judos to
Yeah,
the street,
We want to see those over a street hip.
What do I look like? I poor man's Matt Tomasello. That's what this would be.
all right, take it to the mega ramp.
Now we're talking.
Listen,
Yeah.
we just say you had to add door hinges to your board. We just want a 360 street judo.
I was just curious because moving to LA, you don't want to be an actor. I didn't know if you were like, I'm going to move to LA and I'm going to make it as a pro skater.
No, I went out there because I actually wanted to go out there after high school, like and try to go to college, but it just never happened. So I finished college and I was like, fuck it, like maybe I'll like it out there. Turns out I hated it. I do not like LA.
Mhm.
Shout out to everybody in LA. Fuck your city. But no, I mean it's a great place. I mean the weather's obviously beautiful all the time, but it just wasn't really for me. But my sister lived not too terribly far from Garvanza Park. I don't know if you guys have been out there. Skated, but
Garbanzo Bean Park.
that one.
Yep.
Oh, is that Chickpea Park?
Yeah, Chickpea Park.
Okay, I know that one. No.
But it's a park. You've probably seen like the Frog Dudes or like Chris Millick just posted an edit there. I don't know, but it's that same park, and I would skate the bowl, which is the one from Grant Taylor's new part where he airs from like a quarter pipe, like this crazy gap into a giant bowl.
Mhm.
That one, that's fucked. But so I would skate there in the mornings, like super early, like 6 or 7 in the morning. I would just go and skate the bowl by myself. But this one guy would show up, super weird guy. And he was nice, but just like very odd and like really hard to start a conversation with. And he would like walk to the bottom of the bowl, like one of these guys, and just like carve around it. Totally fine. It's just me and him.
Yep.
And he would be there every day. And this is like 3 weeks into like me skating with this guy every day, having like 1 or 2 conversations, and like except for like hi. He was like, "Oh, you know that Ben Schroeder built this bowl?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, Ben Schroeder built this bowl." And I'm like, "Damn, that's crazy." He's like, "Yeah, you want me to call him?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And like, I'm like a huge Ben Schroeder fan at this point. You know, I'm like, legend. Like this guy, like, what are you talking about? Call him. And I'm like, sure. And this guy pulls out his flip phone. I mean, it's 2011.
Yep.
So that's not really anything too crazy. But he gets Ben Schroeder on the phone and gives me the phone. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, "Hey, what's up? It's Ben." That's it. And I'm like, is this a prank? I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here. I'm like, "Hey, what's up? This is Dave." Yeah, I forget the guy's name, but like, he just, told me that you built this bowl. It's really cool. And he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm going to the X Games later today. Like the X Games was going on at the Staples Center at this point. So whatever year, you could probably fact check that. And he's like, I'm skating in the Masters division. You want to come with me? And I'm like, sure. Like, yeah, sure.
Does this guy have no friends at all?
No. I mean, I don't know. Ben, if you're out there and listening, I hope you're doing well.
Oh, I'm sure he listens to every episode of the Fans Life podcast.
Oh, he definitely does.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I go back to my sister's apartment, and I'm like, that was fucking weird, right? Of course.
Yeah.
And talking to my sister, and we're just hanging out, and I think, like, I'm like sitting on her porch, and you know, like 12 or 1 comes around when he said that he's going to call, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like drinking a beer, and lo and behold, fucking Ben Schroeder calls me. He's like, yo, man, I'm outside. Because I give him my a sister's address super responsibly. Yo, man, I'm outside. So I walk outside, and first thing he does is try to sell me a set of wheels, which is what anybody would do.
What kind of wheels were they?
I have no idea. But he was riding for Pistol Pocket Skates at that point. If you guys remember that company.
You know, it's funny. I believe that Andy Roy still owes Legs some money for buying a set of wheels.
Andy Roy?
Yeah.
From Hooligans? Or
Yeah, probably.
from the skate shop?
Unless he just gave him a set of wheels out of the trunk of his car, but in series, I'll fact check that. Go on.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I declined the wheels. Didn't need them. Actually had some wheels on my board already.
Yeah.
So I get in the car, and swear to fucking God, this guy drives the most insane that I've ever driven with anybody. He said something along the lines of like, dude, if you go faster, the speed bumps don't really affect you. And and then drove like 95 to 100 on the freeway the entire way to the Staples Center. So we get to the Staples Center, and
Dude, he drives like he skates, bro.
yeah, I mean, that's like the classic. But I mean, I don't think he doesn't skate like he could kill me in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how it felt. But
Cool.
but yeah, so we get to the Staples Center, and honestly, like at this point, I'm like kind of just nervous and like, who is this guy? I thought he was just gonna be like pretty normal, super not normal. At least on some level. I ended up getting to know him a little bit better, and you know, whatever. But he parks in the parking garage, gets out, and strips completely naked to change in the parking garage right in front of me, and like
Outside of the car?
outside of the car.
Wait, he had to change his underwear?
To change into his skate outfit, and like completely ass naked. Like I saw Ben Schroeder's ass, and I'm just like,
Did you see his Wheelie Willy Winkle?
didn't. I turned away out of respect and admiration for
Makes sense.
the GOAT Ben Schroeder.
Did you see his scrotum, though?
Did not either. Sorry.
The scotch?
Keep going. Saw his nipples.
The gooch.
But yeah, man, so he got clothed, thankfully, and we made our way up to the park and got to skate that fucking X Games course. So that was pretty cool. That was like the shining moment of it all.
Yeah.
And it was actually super dope because so many fucking legends were there. Like Christian Asoy, Omar Hassan was there, which was cool to see. Rune Glifberg, like pretty much anyone that you'd want to see skating like the Masters transition division.
The fellow masters.
The fellow Masters.
Yeah.
And then Ben Schroeder was there, kindly asking me minutes later to film him on his handy cam that he handed me. And so I didn't get to skate anymore. I had to film Ben Schroeder for the rest of the day. And that was that day.
That's like pre-Instagram, but going out.
Oh, dude, it was for sure pre-Instagram.
And-
Like, I don't think I had Instagram.
No,
at that
but
time.
I'm
you
saying
should've-
I
you
could
should've brought
imagine like a pro being like, yo, can you film me on my phone?
Yeah,
You know?
no, it was a full-on like
Yeah.
handy cam that you would probably use as like a capture cam.
You should have brought a separate outfit like Schroeder, so you could have changed and then slipped away and just skated the whole time and then not interact with them at all.
Wow.
Completely changed your get up.
I should have grabbed his former outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And then he'd be like,
And
where's
then
that
you
guy I
would
drove
drive-
here? It's like, well, that can't be him. That's clearly me from an hour and a half ago.
He would have a conundrum there, a time-related.
Wait, what?
So I'm surprised, since Ben Schroeder we established is your all-time favorite skater of all time, and that will never change, that it's not either Grant Taylor or my personal favorite, Sweet Baby Brent. Brent Atchley.
Brent Atchley.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Brent Atchley. Brent Atchley.
I love Brent, actually.
I was gonna say actually.
Yeah.
I tried saying his last name, and
I mean,
that's
don't
what you
try.
got.
Don't try it at home. Doesn't work.
I mean, Brent's my favorite. And I don't care if you say that he has fake style because he fakes it so hard that it is his real style. Just like Peter Smolik.
I agree with that.
He's the transition Peter Smolik.
And I do think that like Brent actually did like that weird arm thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like listeners at home, you know what I'm
Right.
talking about. It's that weird, close to the chest, sort of like,
Yep.
you know. But he rocked it. It was genuine for him. So you know, it worked.
Eric calls it the Mr. Burns arms.
That's accurate. But no, I love Grant Taylor too. Obviously,
Down south in hell.
that's him.
That's him. And he's featured quite frequently on Small Talk.
He is.
I love the repost. That's genius.
I think it's the funniest thing. People like. I think like most people get it at this point, but some people just like don't get it. But I've always found that to be the funniest thing is just to do something over and over again and pretend like you're doing it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That's humor for me. Nothing else is funny.
That's no. Honestly, it's my favorite thing that Small Talk does.
Thanks, man.
I don't know what else you do. I'm sure it's a lot. Besides, post a lot of. It seems like Rick Howard's your favorite street skater. Is that true? Let's get your favorite street and transition skater. Because I'm
Wow.
trying to guess them.
Personal favorite street skater, aside from Joey Brzezinski, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Aside from his "Hello Jojo" part for Cliche.
Well, it's probably Joey B, number one. Chad Barty, probably number two,
Okay.
of course.
Makes sense.
And then that's actually that's a wrap. I can't even think of another street skater. Are there more?
No, I think you might have covered it, actually.
Pigpen. No, he's not a street skater. Damn. Yeah. I guess that's all of them.
Jim Gagney. Nope. He
Yeah, no,
nollie
because he
flipped.
tray
straight-
flipped and nollie flipped into that bowl. Yeah, he's a bowl skater.
I cannot.
That was some weird hive mind shit. I feel like it's really strange that like whenever I'm talking to like Matt about something, like out of the blue, I'll just be like talking to him about that tray flip into the bowl, and then
Yeah.
I swear to God, you post it like the same day. Some hive mind shit.
Yeah. Probably. Or I'm talking to him.
Or you're like, oh, Matt,
You got a man on the inside.
you're like, Matt, what did
leak.
Big tell you
What
today?
Big tell you?
Did he mention any skate nostalgia tricks?
Like, he just talked about Jim Gagney again. For the fucking fourth time
Just
this month.
Always just talking about
Yeah.
my Connecticut brethren.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think he's like Western Mass.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's Western Mass.
I'm just assuming that because all the UMass footage.
Yeah.
Amherst.
Oh, no, Gagney is Western Mass, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
I mean, I'll easily could be Connecticut because that's like fucking 35 minutes away.
yeah. That's like Springfield was 30 minutes from my home growing up. But he skated a lot of Hartford spots. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's that.
You know, I saw you post a clip of John Mata.
John Mata.
And,
Great skater.
One of Matt Tomasello's favorite skaters.
That
And
checks out.
I just think it's,
He loves his haircuts.
you know, I just wanted to mention really quick, not to call him out or anything, but Fisk was telling me a story the other day that John Mata recently scammed him.
Really? With his like nutrition stuff?
Exactly.
Huh.
He
okay.
bought some nutrition stuff off him, but
Mhm.
then secretly signed him up for a
Newsletter.
no,
Faneuil Hall.
a re-up charge subscription. So he kept charging him and sending him more nutrition
he's one of those
stuff.
fucking guys.
But he didn't. But Fisk never ordered it.
Yeah, that's and the
Is that
Did he read the fine
John
print?
Mata, or is that Fisk just not knowing how things work?
Yeah.
I don't know. We asked Fisk, and he said he specifically told him to take him off of his list, and then got stuff.
Okay, because I will say I know that. I mean, certain places, I don't want to say any in particular, but I know certain things like Manscaped.com will automatically set you up for a subscription based thing, and you have to clarify that you do not want a subscription.
which I don't click because I need it for my mustache, as you know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
A new electric razor every month.
I need a new scrotum razor every month for my sensitive upper lip.
For that sensitive scotch of his.
Some people call my upper lip the taint of the face.
Yeah. The taint of the sea that is Tom's
Those
body.
people include my parents, my grandparents, all my girlfriends.
Yeah, really just any woman in my life.
Yeah.
If they don't like it, and that's that.
Oh, he's so cute. I'm gonna pinch his upper taint.
So your favorite skater isn't actually Rick Howard.
Streets. I love Rick Howard, but is he my favorite street skater? I don't know. I feel like
that's a pretty easy no, right?
probably not. I don't.
I mean, he's great, but he can't be your favorite.
no. I have too many fucking favorites, dude. That's my.
Well, that's the
problem
thing.
is that,
The favorite.
I'd be like, no,
I don't
like-
like the favorites. I don't like the top fives because it's all right in that moment. Well, this is what it is right now.
exactly.
You know.
I could think Ray Barbie is probably my favorite. If I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, no, maybe Mike Carroll. But then that's such a cop-out answer. I want something more cutty, just to show that I'm a real G.
Right.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, Big's my favorite skater, and it seems like I'm kicking ass.
No
Kissing
way.
ass. Going-
No, it seems like you're kicking ass. No, Big's my favorite skater.
Oh no! Even it out.
But the people won't buy that.
Yeah, I don't believe that in a million goddamn years. I don't
Maybe
know why-
Floppy Tim. I think I can get away with saying that Floppy Tim is my favorite street skater.
Currently, yeah.
Currently.
I think you could get away with saying that.
We talked about him earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it again. I love his part in the newest Fancy Loud video. We just watched it. Me, Chris, and Rob, last weekend.
Really?
I think.
Secrets of the Clown Box.
We did.
Wow.
We did. And we watched
The Clif Bar Boys got together for a viewing.
We did. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. What else did we watch? I think we watched another Tomasello part or something.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Why do you think that Tomasello isn't getting a fat paycheck from Red Bull?
I don't think he wants it.
No, he would if
Well,
they
he'd
just
want the
if
money.
they just
Sign the check.
sign the check for him to wear a hat. So why don't they? Why is he not qualified?
Is that all it would take? Him putting on that hat and he gets money?
I mean, that's what Zion does, right?
Yeah.
That's what Jamie does.
But I feel like those guys also skate in LS or SLS and do that whole thing. Maybe that's why.
The contest circuit.
Yeah. He doesn't fit that mold, so they probably just want to give him a little mini, a little baby check. He doesn't get the big check that you can hold like they do.
Like the Small Talk Skater of the Year award.
That Matt does have.
Yep.
Also plug
on his wall.
Does he have that? Does he still have that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's on his
Oh
wall.
my God, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot who I don't know, Ridge or Evan would know. Who we sent out to make that. But we thought it was really, really funny when we got that made. We thought that was fucking great.
Mm.
We were psyched on it.
I will say, Matt told me years ago that random people would hit him up on Instagram and thought that he actually won $1 million.
$1 million.
And we're like,
It's not cashable.
hey, what are you doing Friday?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
And he's like, I don't know, fucking skating around with my $1 million.
Skating around town with my $1 million check just to show it off.
I'll fuck skating around with my $1 million.
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
So can you make us some of those checks?
Let's talk after the show.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can have some kind of exchange.
So growing up, skating in Connecticut with, your best friend Cooper Winterson.
Well, I met Cooper probably around like 2010. I met him because he was friends with this kid, Aaron Randy, who was, I think Cooper talked about Aaron on that episode, but Aaron was a filmer, and I met Aaron through one of my other buddies. And so Aaron would come around and we'd film like these skate park edits. And so we did an edit that was closer to like where Cooper's from, which is like southwestern Connecticut, like almost near New York. And I met him there with this other younger kid, Tucker, but they were both like young at that point. I mean, Cooper's probably like 6 or 7 years younger than me. So I don't know. You guys do the math.
Yeah.
I think
Don't make
I think
us.
he's 6. I think he was 6.
Did you ever film a part?
A real part?
Yeah.
Not that I can think of. Maybe actually,
Serious?
yeah, for the video I fucking made, dude.
What's that called?
0 to 60. That was like our little homie video from a few years ago. I think it was like 2015, 2016 or something.
I'm going to check that out. Before you became king of Quincy Park and king of Shit Park, a.k.a. Tom Park.
Tom Park.
Yeah.
I did design and built it, so I will live with that.
Yeah, that was yep, before Quincy for sure. That park wasn't even. I mean, it was old Quincy Park, and those old heads were happy. And now it's new Quincy Park, and I think Nate the Skate and those guys don't like it very much, unfortunately.
What, Quincy Park?
Quincy Park, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't like the new. It's similar.
To the JP Park.
You know what?
JP
You know
Park.
what? And this is a weird take. You know what they might not like about that park is that it fucking sucks.
Wow. That is a hot
Wow.
take.
That is a hot take.
You know what's
You
the
bite your tongue.
hottest-
You bite your tongue.
No,
You know
no,
what's the
no, no, no,
hottest
no.
take
You
about
shut
that?
the fuck up, Dave. Listen,
Is
no.
that besides you, everyone that I've talked to says the same thing.
What that Quincy Park sucks?
Yeah, the Quincy Park fucks.
Dude,
All
how
right,
about
listen.
this? You guys all fucking suck.
Okay, Dave, I know. Okay, I don't need you or any of the South Shore boys to tell me that I suck. I know that. I've been me my whole fucking life.
You don't think we know we
But-
suck?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't think we know we suck?
and specifically me. You think I don't know me suck? But Quincy Park, there are a lot of cool features there, and they cram them all into one little section, and
Yeah.
they have a whole fucking area that's just a 6-foot quarter pipe with like a 9-foot extension or some bullshit.
That's like all he skates.
I know, and you fucking kill it. And I mean, I was like, and that's when they built Tom Park, my park. And
Your park.
again, I apologize for I fucked up on the plans. I fucked up when I built that Mad Perf park designed for people that know how to build or know how to skate. I guess what they would call small transition. But anyhow, it's just not fucking. It's not good.
It's not. Well,
Not too many. It's even that park the way it's set up. Not too many people can skate at the same time.
Well,
I completely agree, actually. And so I'll say this: like parks that are fun for me, like are usually not fun for everyone, and I get that, and it's honestly fine with me.
I mean, what I wouldn't give.
Fuck you. I will say also, I notice a lot of your clips when you're skating at these parks, no one else is there. So I know you're going there at times when there aren't. You're not having to wait fucking 5 to like, because that's a big thing at JP Park, especially is like,
Oh my god.
when you go there, you're waiting like 5 minutes to skate, and that's if there aren't a bunch of kids there, like going around on their scooters or
Right.
their little like Strider bikes or whatever, just like causing mayhem.
Yeah.
So you're going there at times where you can actually skate like a feature
Yep.
that you want to skate, and that's typically when I go there. I'm like, oh shit, there's fucking 30 people here.
Yeah, I mean that's the exact thing. Like, I mean, I'll just go at like during a lunch break. Usually, I live 5 minutes from the park, so 11:30. I'll go for an hour and I'll just try some shit, or I'll go super early in the morning. And those are like the only times. Those are the only windows when there's not like some sort of annoying shit happening.
Right.
Because I'm the first person that you'll see just like lose my absolute mind with people that I don't know, like parents that just don't really care what their kids are doing, or which is a lot of what happens at Quincy Park, and probably the same thing at.
That happens at every park, and that's the most frustrating thing. Is like obviously little kids aren't gonna know about necessarily taking turns in a space like that.
Mm-hmm.
If their parents are there, it's pisses me the fuck off when they do not like tell them, hey, like you gotta take your turn. Like I don't care about people being there, being a little kid trying to fucking do whatever.
Yeah.
I like, again, I'm not going to do anything.
Well, I feel like I get to the point where I'm like ready. I'm like mean mugging some kid's dad. I'm like, I'm ready to do this. Like, let's throw down, old man.
Yeah.
And I'm like older than that guy. And then I just feel like an idiot and go home. So,
I mean, I'm not going to do anything skate wise. Like I'm on the same level as the little kids, but like,
but still,
it's fucking, keep in line. Like we were at the JP Park, few weeks ago, probably 2 weeks ago. I wasn't skating because I banned my park because I know I've made a terrible mistake and I can't live with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was probably about 6 of us there. 6 of us that were skating, so 7 including me that was just monitoring the area. And then there was this lady that was skating. She was roller skating. She was probably like 27, I would guess, maybe. And she was telling all the kids, like, hey, you're doing great. Just make sure you notice how everyone's taking turns? Like, make sure you're taking turns.
Yeah.
And they were paying attention. And then she left. And as soon as she fucking left, all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
And they were just going up and riding around, like, the whole perimeter of the park.
I just feel like, and I mean, this is just like such a classic fucking like old guy, like, oh, this generation sort of thing. But like, I do think that when I was younger, like going to a skate park, or probably like when you guys were younger going to your local skate park, there was just a different culture around it where the older guys in air quotes, who were probably like 20, were just so scary. And
you feared and respected them.
Totally, total reverence.
Yeah.
And
it was
like,
a completely different, it wasn't like you were getting vibed out, kind of more like you were getting vibed in.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, all right, I have to like wait my turn. I have to respect these dudes. And that way they will respect me. And like,
Yeah.
I remember I used to skate 8-ball, and I would wait for like fucking hour to drop in and try like a tray flip on the bank ramp. And then like, if I got in a guy's way, he'd be like, yo, watch where the fuck I'm going.
Yep.
And I would be like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir.
Dude, that exact thing happened to me the first time I went to an indoor park, and I had been skating for maybe like 6 months, so I was obviously terrible. But I got in this guy's way, this guy Jay Raboyne, who ended up being like the guy that I wanted to skate with. Skate like fucking Wade Spire, just like super aggressive, like nice, like when transition wasn't really hot, just like Smith grinds, pop out, just like so gnarly. Got in his way, and he said some shit like that to me too. Just like, get the fuck out of my way. And I was like 14.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. Didn't go to a skate park for 2 years. Literally just skated outside my house. And until I like had some sense of, what, like that I could do something on a skateboard, went back and, but yeah, I mean like the
Killed it.
Ripped, earned everybody
Spit in the guy's face, made him cry.
Earned the respect of the locals.
Yeah.
It was a real thug moment.
Yeah, exactly.
But there really was that, like what you're saying, Tom. It's like, you were kind of like earning your respect, but at the same time for me, I just wanted to see these guys rip. Like they were so much fucking better than me that I'm like, yeah, I want to watch this dude skate. Like I'm just gonna like try like some stupid shit and probably fall. So not worth it. Yeah. But nowadays, I think that the kids are just like so like, I don't know, just unafraid to just get out there and try whatever they're trying, and they just don't care about anything that's happening in their surroundings. It's just like their turn all the time. That
I think that's part of like fucking social media and shit, where it's like obviously the entire time like people have existed, everyone has felt like the main character. You know what I mean? Like you're always the main character. Yep. But now it's just like fucking amplified, where everyone feels like a fucking celebrity,
Yeah.
which is weird to say, like these kids that are like fucking 5 or 6 or 7, but they spend all their time on fucking YouTube and shit like that, so they feel like completely like, I don't know, like invincible, and also like, it's me, I'm here, why not?
Right.
Like, it's me, this is me time, you know what I mean?
Whereas
have no idea of like shared time.
Totally. And the reality is that us right here, are the celebrities. So they need to respect that and
That's what I'm saying.
and step down. They got to step down.
And that's what I try to say at the kids in the park. I'm like, hey, I'm a celebrity. It should be my turn. They're like, oh, you're okay to go. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I just built the place and designed it.
Yeah.
And designed it.
Before I drop in, I flash my board.
Yeah, you got to.
I say, you see this? You see me?
Spitting
Get the
image.
fuck out of my
It's
way.
a spitting image.
All right?
That's a pale skeleton with a mullet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, his face is on the board.
Exactly. Like I was saying to you before, I mean, Dave, you're a fan. I'm one of your favorite skaters.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I've earned my stripes. All right.
You have. I mean,
All right.
I watched you do an Ollie 5.0 today,
That's what I'm saying.
and it was almost first try.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Clean. I loved it.
Um,
I do. I am a fan of your skating, though. I'm being sincere now. Can you handle sincerity?
No, actually, the computer's starting to shut down.
I was going to say, we've actually never had anything that wasn't a joke on the podcast, so I don't know how this is going to fare with the listeners.
Probably won't do well. Hopefully, they've all logged off by now.
Yeah, that's true. Really? Well, hey, what's your now that I got you here, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part of you.
Yeah.
Your section in Dave Vay's part.
Oh,
Boston
Boston
Massacre.
Massacre.
Boston Massacre.
Wow.
Yep.
Did you happen to
True
recognize? Did you recognize Mark Fallon from PJ Ladd's Boston Massacre part as he came through to drop off some pedals in this room?
That was me and Mark Fallon.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not
I
know
wanted
that.
I wanted to point that out because I figured if you guys actually interacted, I could say that and you would know exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's. Thank you for not doing. That would have been weird for me.
So you must have loved the 540 flip over the hip. Then.
Did love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Loved every second of it.
So now you get when I tell you that I've done every trick on flat ground, so that's why I can do these stupid flings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've earned, like you said, you've earned your stripes.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Finally, someone who
Yeah.
fucking gets it.
And he's
you
probably
know?
not even seen any of your tweak parts.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
But
Well-
oh, sorry. Were you about to close this out?
Well, no, I was gonna have one more question, and then I was gonna close it out. But what were you gonna say?
I was going to go on a total aside with a funny story from just of like meeting people from the PJ video.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So I went to University of Hartford for college, and I obviously was like a huge skate nerd at that point and loved the PJ video. That's like we grew up on it.
One of the best
And
videos
of
all
course
time.
the DVD bonus feature, the making of, with Wild Will.
Yep.
And so I'm skating University of Hartford, and this dude rolls up and he's skating this ledge with me, and it turns out, like, I introduced myself. Hey, what's up? I'm Dave. And he's like, hey, I'm Chris. And I don't know why. I think he told me his last name, but he's like, I'm Chris Vallone.
Most mob
And
kickflips.
that's exactly. I was like, dude, you're like the mob kickflip. He did not like that, and I think he still hates me till today.
I think he hates anyone who says that to this day.
That is funny. Chris Vallone, very good at skating.
Super good skater.
Yeah, when I see
Always
him in
has been.
Somerville
switch crooks.
Park,
Very good switch crooks.
he's killing it. He's very consistent.
I mean, he's always been good. I mean, I love Chris Vallone, but this is another Chris Vallone story real quick. Years ago, I made a compilation part of all of Big's footage,
Okay.
and I called it his retirement part, and at the end, I put that he was born in like 1974 and died in 2004 or whatever, and like rest in peace.
Like a Video Days homage sort of thing.
Kind of,
Kinda,
yeah. Just
but
like,
with fake dates, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, but with completely fake dates. Oh, kind of, yeah, very similar.
But you were born in 74.
Yeah.
You just
So
didn't
that
die.
one was real.
But I made it in 98, so 2004 was way in the future. But anyways, I saw Valone at like a party like over a year and a half later, and he was talking about that part, and he was like, "Oh, Big was so good." He's like, "Man, it sucks that he died." He's like, "How did he die?" And I was like, no one else had gotten that like reaction from it because I think everyone else knew that Big was alive, and it was just like, but yeah, he thought Big was dead, and I said, "No, Big's not dead."
Wow.
And also, Big was not born in '74. Yeah.
True story.
But Valone is sick. He fucking kills it.
Yeah. Super Ripper.
Last thing I was going to say was I heard that the ironic music in your edits aren't actually ironic.
They're not.
That you actually like that music, and that's... I haven't heard the music that you make, but I heard you're a big sort of Dave Matthews Band fan and music along those lines.
I appreciate all music, and that's...
I'm sorry, was there a thunderstorm starting?
No, I do. I like most of that music, most everything that we edit to. Yeah, man. Like
Yeah.
I'll listen to stupid country, and I wouldn't even call it stupid. I'll listen to Kenny Chesney. I don't give a fuck, man. Come at me.
I just thought that was an interesting fact that someone whose skate taste I respect so much could have the worst taste in music.
Well, I think it's an interesting fact that somebody who I thought was so open-minded turns out to not be a great appreciator of music.
You know,
Also, you've spoken.
I thought you were a musician.
You've spoken to Matt about music.
have
before,
you listened to my music? That was going to be my next question.
Have you listened to my music?
No, I wanted to know what it was called because you're not good at publicizing yourself as much as I am.
Yeah, I don't really put my music out there
Yeah.
too frequently.
So what is it? What was the
just
moniker that you go by?
Yeah, I have a SoundCloud. It's
Dave Lewis.
no Dave Lewis 85367. No, I go by Ticker Tape.
Ticker Tape.
Yeah.
I'm interested to check it out, honestly. I mean, for the stuff, I would say I do have an open mind, and I can appreciate all music on a certain level, and that stuff I can appreciate at least the production value. Maybe, I don't even know. I would, honestly, I mute it every time because I hear it and then I don't even listen to it. But,
I think what you'll find is funny is that, like, especially with the country stuff, is that because Chris and I would start listening to that, like, especially like Kenny Chesney and like whatever, like Summertime is the song that he does, and we'd learn all the lyrics as a joke.
okay, so it is a novelty somewhat.
At first,
Okay.
but then
you gain appreciation.
you you do, and you fall in love with these songs. You fall in love with the songs and the people who make them.
Mm-hmm. Like Red Solo Cup.
Mm.
God, what a
I fill you up.
timeless
It's time to
classic.
party.
Let's have a party. Hell.
Dude.
All right. Oh man, it's such a. You're not even from the South Shore, but I was gonna say that's such like it seems like such a South Shore sort of thing. But
Yeah,
honorary member, let's say.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to agree with that, but thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you for dubbing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, next time you get together with your Connecticut reunion with you and Jim Greco and who was the other pro that we were talking about earlier?
Jim Gagney.
Gagney and maybe even Frank Gurr might be from around there.
I think I thought he was like a Long Island guy, if I remember
probably.
correctly. But Brian Anderson, Donnie Barley, like those guys are all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Connecticut.
invite me to the next reunion.
Yeah, I sure will.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You got it.
And yeah, I do. I mean, I wanted to have you on. I wish that we almost could have talked more about just nerd out about skateboarding in general. But I think we did an okay job.
I hope so.
Hey, you know what? And there's always room for more episodes.
It's true. Now that I've actually met you, you're welcome back to the podcast anytime.
Thank you. We're not continuing then right now. We're
wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're invited back at some point. But
Wait,
right now,
but this
Hold
is like
on.
it feels like a slow wrap.
No, hold on. That's because I have one
it's
last
all right.
question. I'm sure you have a million questions for us.
I do.
Oh, really? Shoot then. I'll give you one.
One question.
Yep, just one.
When will I see the next Floppy Tim Fantasyland Park?
Well, we're working on a new video right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're either going to call it Power Suck or Power Cuck. I'm not sure which one.
They both sound good.
They both do sound good.
Yeah.
Why don't you call them? How about both?
Could call it both.
We could call it both.
Yeah.
Fancy lad, both. Yeah. Not a bad idea.
And I'm guessing it'll be done a year from today. Maybe sooner. But 2022. How's that?
2022.
2022. Has a good ring to it.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to that.
All right, please do. And yeah, hopefully, I don't know if it's going to be past your bedtime because it is a school night, but hopefully you'll be able to stick around to dive deep into this this live stream that we're about to do.
All right.
And yeah, once again, thanks for being on the podcast. And you know what? Everyone out there, follow Smontic.
And also check out Clif Bar Boys.
Thanks.
Instagram handle at Clif Bar Boys.
And Dave Lewis's musical project, Clif Bar Men.
Clif Bar Men.
Clif Bar Boys to Men.
Wow.
Boys to men.
Coining that.
All right, well,
Boys to men.
until next time,
Boys to men. Oh, yeah. Do you have anything else to say, Big Zo?
keep on rocking in a free world.
Oh, shit. There it is. R-E-D-B-B-D.
Yeah.